Hey
Hi guys!
guys!
Oh my God! Welcome to Project Runway Season 21, Part 1 of Episode 6 recap with Veejay
Yuchen
and then again, don't forget this is only part 1 because the next one is going to be
on my
at
channel.
Yuchen's YouTube channel. So Yuchen, oh my God, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. But before anything else, as you know, before we start, we want to promote our products. So again, this is my inspirational tote bag, and this is the last week that you're actually can have access to it because in the next few weeks I'm going to launch my capsule collection, and it means that I'm going to rebrand my website into a brand new website. So if you want something from me, go get one because
Last chance.
your last chance and very pretty and very cute. Okay,
Yeah.
but this is the most exciting part because you can tell them about your iconic necklace.
Okay. So it's the same thing as our show is going halfway.
Mm-hmm.
So my sales and special offer gonna end soon as well. So
Yes.
get this before it's gone. Actually, I'm gonna take this down tonight. So
Yes, and guys, look at this one. So the difference between the two
yeah,
is this
rhinestone.
one has like rhinestones, it's like have crystals, it's more sparkly, and then this
Right.
one is more like simpler and just
Classic.
the stainless silver. So
Get
either
this before it's
one,
gone.
exactly, go to the website. We're gonna put it down below so you can
Okay.
click it and view the cute necklace. Okay, so you wanna start?
Yeah, let's get it started. So this is episode 6. As you know, at the starting point of this season, at the starting point of this episode, Madeline went home.
I know. Do you think, guys, Madeline deserves to go home? Do you think she really deserved it? Because honestly, for me, I honestly think that Madeline is, I mean, she's a very talented designer, right?
Yes.
And if you're going to look at her performance, is that she's always safe. Like,
Yeah.
safe, safe,
Right.
safe, safe, safe.
She never met the judges.
Exactly, right? That was the first time that she actually had a chance to meet the judges, and unfortunately, she went home. So we were all like, oh my God, that's actually very surprising.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's kind of not that sad because, to be
Yeah.
honest, Madeline is very happy about this.
Yes, actually, that's very good. Yeah, Yuchen, can you tell them why do you think that Madeline is very happy going home?
Yeah, I think here's the thing. Just like Veejay said, she never meet the judges at all,
Mhm.
and she's being safe, safe, safe. And also, I think last episode, her best friend Joseph McCree went home, so she's like, fuck it,
Yeah, she
and
wants to go home.
yeah, and it's very
Yeah.
intense to be honest. So I mean, there has a mixed emotions for
Yeah.
Madeline that she cannot really get her talent to show
Yeah.
for to everyone. So I think she's kind of released
Yes.
somehow.
It's like she felt better. That
Yes,
she's actually
she's
going
smiling, she's
home.
laughing,
Yeah.
after she
Yeah.
get down that wrong way. So
Yeah.
we feel happy for her.
Okay, yeah. So again, just support Madeline, follow her on Instagram, and check her work because she is an amazing designer.
She got a lot of stuff for sale as well.
Yes.
Check it out.
So this is the beginning of a new challenge, and
What's the challenge?
it's streetwear.
Oh man.
So definitely, as you all know, Yu Chen is a
Oh,
streetwear designer.
man.
So Yu Chen, when you found out that it's going to be a streetwear challenge, what did you feel? What is your reaction?
To be honest, I feel just plain because that's what I'm doing for all the time.
Mhm.
So I'm not pretty excited for this, to be
Mhm.
honest.
Yeah.
Because for me, I don't know why. When I came to Project Runway, I like unexpected stuff. I like do something that I never tried before.
Mhm.
I just like the excitement.
Yeah, something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, when I'm doing all these dresses and stuff, it's
Mhm.
something that I don't do usually.
Yeah.
But when I hear streetwear, to be honest, I didn't feel oh, it's my chance.
That's kind of really interesting for you to tell
Yeah.
the audience, because a lot of the audience, maybe you will think that, oh, Yuchen really, really likes this challenge because it's streetwear challenge. But now Yuchen is telling you guys that he wants to explore other things and he wants
Right.
to design other things. So yeah, that's very interesting.
What
Well-
about you?
Well, for me, thanks for asking. To me, it's like, as you all know, guys, I'm an evening wear designer. I design a lot of bridal and formal wear. So streetwear is something that I don't do a lot. So when I found out it's going to be streetwear, I think like I was excited too. I was excited because I'm like, okay, let's do something that
Different.
something different.
Right.
Exactly. So when I heard about it, it's like, okay, I will make sure that I will do my own version of streetwear.
Right. Okay, so the challenge is announced, but you have no idea where did we go for the sketching.
Yeah, so we went out because Christian said that in order for you to be inspired, go out on the street and sketch. But unfortunately, during that time, it's so freezing. It's so windy, guys. If you're going to rewatch the episode, you will see us actually freezing. We're all wearing like really like a coat and everything because it's so cold. We were all like sketching and we were all like freezing. So that was a very fun moment.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, after that sketch, my head is like burning or something. It's just like feels
really cold. Yeah, it's so cold, and we were like there for like 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling headache.
Like, oh my god, it's so cold.
So tell me about your initial design ideas.
Okay. So the initial design that I want is definitely I wanted to do menswear.
Right.
Okay. Because when we were choosing the models, everyone is choosing their models and everyone wants women's wear because I think it's really easy to make women's wear than men's wear. And then Yuchen was the one who picked menswear. And then me, I have two models. One is female and then one is model. And I am like not sure if I want to go with a woman or a man, but for some reasons I was like, okay, since this is streetwear, I think it's more like since this is streetwear, I think it's kind of like men dress more streetwear than women.
Right.
So that was my initial design concept. So I told myself, okay, I'm gonna do menswear because it's a streetwear challenge, and I think that you can play around with menswear if it's a streetwear rather than women. That's why I chose a male model.
Right. I mean, I think we are the only two choose male model, right?
Yes.
And for me, the reason why I'm choosing male model is because I feel like we've been doing women's wear for so long.
Yes.
And maybe it's time, like, do a men's wear, So when we're choosing the model, but to be honest, we don't have too much male models on there.
There's only 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I saw Torrance. He's cool. But one thing I'm worried when I'm choosing him because he's very packed. He's like, have a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about, is that gonna be hard to like, to do the fit? Because if I'm trying to do something oversized, then if I put the oversized on him, it's gonna be fit.
Yes.
So that's something I'm concerned about. But still, I just go for it. I think menswear are gonna be better. So that's the initial point.
And now, finally, we are going again to Mood, but this time there's no Christian. So guys, Christian Soriano is a very, very opinionated mentor. Like every time he's with us in Mood, he would always really encourage us to get backup fabrics because you never know. And also he would really give ideas and everything. But this time we don't have Christian, so we have to really think about what we think is best without Christian. So do you prefer having Christian there or you prefer without Christian?
I think it's always good to have help. I mean, Christian's being helpful on this whole show, to be honest, especially for me. So I think it's gonna be an advantage to have him on there, give you like very like strategic,
yeah,
like,
strategic,
strategic, like what's the name? Suggestions.
Exactly.
Right.
Like he really suggests he has very good suggestions. So yeah, also me, like I love if Christian is there, but this time he has a fitting with his client, that's why he can come. But Belanya did an amazing job. She's very, she's very funny, and I think she did an amazing job.
Yeah, I was like, laugh so hard at that part because Belanya is such a character, and she's playing like, Christian, like, it's very vivid. Yeah, it's very funny. So we had an amazing time shopping with Belanya as Christian Soriano. Guys, another one-day challenge. It's crazy. So another 1-year challenge. And guys, when I say 1 day, not 1 year, 1 day. If you say 1 day challenge, it's not even one day. It's not because 1 day is 24 hours. Right. But this is not 24 hours. So like it's literally 14 hours or 16, 12, 14, 16. Right. So it's literally half day. And when Christian comes in,
sometimes we're not ready. Sometimes
Right.
some of us are ready. So let's talk about when Ethan is having his critique with Christian Siriano. What was it?
I mean, that's a highlight because on the what's the name on the trailer,
Yeah,
I see you have the reaction to Ethan's like look. I was like, that was so funny. So I mean, I'm like work with Ethan because we're on the same table, right? But I didn't really like think that much about that part. But when you're talking about that, I think that's hilarious.
Okay, so I think the reason why I said that is when we were doing the critique, Ethan does not have the pants. So I thought that he's just doing the bodysuit.
The bodysuit.
And then that's why that was very action. Like when I saw the bodysuit, I thought it was like, what is that? Like I thought that it was a little bit too sexy. It's a little bit too red light district. That's why I gave that reaction. But I mean, it's very different on the runway, because on the runway, there's a jacket, there's pants. We're going to talk about it for the part 2. But yeah, that was my reaction. And I think what's funny because a lot of people think that I'm being shady, but actually it's not. It's just my personal observation during the fitting.
So for me, I really think for streetwear, the sky is limit. So there has different types. There have different vibes. Yeah. So I'm very open for streetwear.
Yeah, streetwear is actually everyone has their own interpretation of streetwear. Right. That's actually the good thing about streetwear is because people interpret streetwear differently. Yes.
Especially when in New York City, you can see different people really wear whatever they want. So I feel like that's a streetwear for me.
Exactly.
So you can just express who you really are.
So Yuchen, what do you think about the reaction when my roommate, Miss Joan, refused to get help or to accept the opinion or the suggestions from Jesus?
To be honest, I was there, but I was not there. When I think Ethan cried during this period of time, right? But I didn't even know. People asking me, your bestie is crying, but where are you? I was like, I was maybe sewing. I didn't really see Ethan's crying.
I didn't see it too.
And then for Miss Joan, I didn't see that critique from Jesus as well because when I'm watching the show, I hear Jesus like saying he was trying to help,
giving suggestions.
Yeah, but I didn't even know what is happening on there. But after I'm watching the show, I feel like Miss Joan is kind of like the designer. She really knows who she is, and she has a very strong idea, which I really expect. And for me, I do think that's a good streetwear. So
and also I think Miss Joan is the type of person where she has a lot of experience,
right?
I mean, she's been doing this for
her
so
whole
long,
life,
exactly. And I think that I also appreciate Jesus because Jesus is giving suggestions, but I also admire Miss Joan for being true to herself.
Right.
And it's not like she doesn't want opinions, but I think Miss Joan is really the type of designer that she said it. Like once she commits, she will make sure that it's the final product. Like she would stand behind her designs. And it's also very similar to a lot of designers.
Right.
Like, for example, Yuchen, right? I know Yuchen. Yuchen is kind of the same too. If Yuchen believes in his design, even though you suggest, Yuchen will really believe and do what you think is best, right? And I think that is a very good quality of being a designer because it means that you're staying true to who you are.
Yeah, always trust your gut. So respect for Miss Joan.
A lot of people are asking online about like the design process, Yuchen. So now, what was your design process? What is the reason why you change it? Like, tell us something about the look.
Oh my God. I mean, as everybody know, I really, really did a bad job this episode, especially when everybody thinks this is my episode, So at first, everybody, including me, I was having a very high expectation on myself. When Law announced this challenge, I saw him look at me with stars in his eyes, So everybody was talking about, oh, Yuchen, this is your challenge to win and stuff. So my design idea was I really want to use this challenge and use this opportunity to showcase my brand, which is Alien Ant. So I want to bring this vision of my brand to the table. When I was young, I have this dream, which is the little ant carrying this mega rice and also I'm obsessed with Alien. That's where Alien is coming from. So I really want to present this real, literal look of alien ant. What is alien ant? So at first, I want to make that like the hood with the alien ant face and with the ant antenna, and also with the armor whole oversized look on the body. And then I have a mountain big rice backpack on the behind. So I want him. I even vision him walking on the runway, very strong. But guys, this is just too ambitious.
And also we don't have time.
I know. So it's my first time to be on the competition, and as you can see from previous episode, I always running out of time. I always changing my ideas. I always being ambitious, So I feel like that's a shortage for me that I discovered on this show. So during the process, when everybody has a clothes, I don't even have a pants.
Yeah. And every designer, they have their own design process. Right. They have their own creative process. And that concept that Yuchen has in his mind, it's something that really needs a lot of time, to perfect that, But we don't have that time. No. That's why you have to change it or do shortcuts, to execute it. And that's really hard. So you guys, if you are planning to apply for the next season of Project Runway, time is your number one enemy. Yeah, time management is important. It's something that you really need to make sure that you can work under pressure or so fast, because time is your number one enemy.
Right. Yes. I mean, I'm telling you, Veejay is working really fast. But for me, I really do everything. I just take my time. Yeah. So I'm not really fit the competition because of the time management. Yeah. And also I check on the Instagram. It seems like the season 22 is already started the casting.
Yes. I think so too.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to go to Project Runway, do it. You always have this tension with Jesus. So what is happening in this episode?
Yeah. So I mean Jesus is the fastest sewer in the entire cast.
He's really fast.
Jesus is really fast. So every time I see Jesus doing his stuff, of course I would see it, right? And then when I looked at it, at first I would oh my God, that is really fast. But then when I looked at it, I feel that it's very simple. Yes. It's very basic. So yeah, I'm glad he changed it, because it's very different than the one that he showed on the runway. But I think it's still very basic. The jacket, I think, is kind of similar to the other ones that he made. So that was an honest opinion. If you agree, let me know. If you don't agree, let me know too. But I want to know your opinion, guys. But to me, I think that streetwear look from Jesus is safe and very easy to make.
Shade. But for me, from my observation, I do feel like this time Jesus doing something really fast, more than ever, because I feel like he's finishing that code, the structure of that code in the first 1 or 2 hours. Yeah. Really fast. I was shocked. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Very fast. So that's a good thing, to be honest.
Yeah. But it's not about being fast. It's about the final product.
Okay. And I didn't notice this in the reality once again. But I noticed this on the show. It was it was so funny. I was laughing so hard. So Antonio was saying that little bunny was Nina. How do you feel like?
Yeah, actually, I find it really cute. I remember when Antonio.
Cute?
No, I mean when Antonio finished that doll, he was showing to us, and we were like, "Oh my God, that is cute." I mean, I like it. I think it's really cute. And then I'm so shocked when they named that bunny Nina, because I like Nina. Nina is a Project Runway goddess, and Heidi is the Project Runway queen. So I think that Jesus and Antonio, he's just messing up. I'm sure he's not very serious about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a very cute accent for his look.
Yes. I mean, Nina is always beautiful, and what should I say about this? Oh my God. I'll just go.
So Miss Joan is talking about Ethan, and Ethan explaining it's super funny. Like I'm laughing right now when Ethan is trying to explain the word cunty.
Oh my god! This is something I didn't notice in real life as well.
I know. So, Yuchen, do you know the word cunty?
I know cunty.
Okay, actually, I didn't know too. Like, I didn't know what cunty means, and then of course, if you are friends with Ethan, Ethan used that word a lot.
A lot.
So now I know what cunty means. But when he is trying to explain that to Miss Joan, it's so funny because Miss Joan is like, what is he talking about? And actually, watching the show, you can see that Miss Joan is actually has a very good sense of humor. Right? Yeah. He is just very funny.
And also, I feel like we're always like, trying to make fun of Miss Joan because it's so fun and it's so cute. Every time when I'm trying to make something sexy, I always tell like, Miss Joan, how do you feel like?
Yeah, because Miss Joan is very, like Miss Joan, she doesn't really design for the very, very young market.
Right.
Miss Joan knows her women, and I think the women that she designs for are more like classic. Maybe classic, timeless, not too sexy. Like you will see it, right? Yeah. Like, so maybe it's not something that she likes to design, but yeah, Miss Joan, I love her. She's my roommate, and watching her say all these things in the confessional makes me happy because she's so funny.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, during the whole process, the most enjoyable thing for me is to really having this reaction with Miss Joan. For example, Antonio have this thong to her. I have this like, big booty to her, and Ethan have this cunty to her. She just like, taking too much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Miss Joan, but we love you.
Yes, we love you. So yes, guys, that is the part 1. And part 2 is actually the most important thing because Yuchen and I are going to talk about what we think of the runway look. Okay, right. So stop, and then after this, continue watching part 2 at Yuchen's YouTube channel. Bye.
See you later.